This is a low. This is a low. By Blur. Off of Parklife. It's a very limey album, but I think it's worth it. How's it going? That's later. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Had some technical problems. What do you know? I really, at this point, I'm just going to expect that no stream on Sunday will ever start on the time I intend it to, because let's just say Game of Thrones started this week, right? Next week is going to be charity stream, so that'll be on time. But this week, I couldn't get one of the things I wanted to work, and I tried. And then the chat helped me, and I appreciate that, chat. A lot of people were rallying to try to save the Sunday stream. In reality, it's just a terrible, terrible, terrible game, but I felt like it would be fun because I've been enjoying a lot of FMV shit games from like the 90s lately. It's been kind of amazing. Here's a screenshot from it. Here's another one. So, I mean, and wait, here's one more. So it just looked too good. It's called Burn Cycle, but maybe I can get that to work in the next couple of weeks. Maybe 2-3 weeks from now, who knows? But it is something that I would very much like to play because it looks completely absurdly terrible. But I couldn't get it. We'll try again later. I'll try again another time because it was too late. I figured I could just load the thing into a virtual machine and it would be fine. But it was a little bit more difficult than that, so I'm going to spend some time getting it to work eventually. Yeah, because, you know, a lot of the things like that, it really, like, at this point, it's like, oh, I figured out how to do this stuff. You know, it's an FMV game. You just load it into Oracle VM, and then you're good. That's it. And I was, like, kind of expecting that to be the case, and I was like, oh, I'll just watch Game of Thrones and make myself some bacon and eggs on a sandwich with cheese and stuff, and then I'm like, all right, time to load the game up, and the game was like, no, you can't do that. So next time. I'll say this about Game of Thrones: I'm not going to do any spoilers. Eventually, I'm going to do some discussions like I've been doing for the past couple of years about the new episode. It was a pretty good start to the series, to the season. Some good stuff going on in there. And then a really bizarre Ed Sheeran cameo. Maybe that's a spoiler, but I want to prepare you mentally for it if you haven't seen it yet. Remove Sheeran, please. Not like that. We don't need him in Game of Thrones. We're good. I am good. But there are some good things that happened, so I'm excited that it's back. And I guess, really, I'm excited to play some trash for you. How's that? Now that's a transition to the next segment. I smell it. I smell the trash. So, I have a couple things. We're going to do Cosmi Arcard. Cosmi Arcade. Even though I spelled it Arcard. Totally intentional. It was like, you know, because I was thinking about Alucard. Let's see if I can fix that. Should I fix it, or should I just leave it like that? I think I should just... It doesn't matter. So we have part 2 of the 300 Cosmi arcade games, aka this. And then after that, I have some random getting weird with it stuff with some particularly interesting game names, like a Green Mario game. I don't know. I just don't know. I really don't know anymore. I've learned that if I vet these things too much, the element of surprise is lost. But most of the time, it just ends up being like disappointment with 1 or 2 diamonds. So I say we mine for the shit nuggets, through the shit nuggets rather, and then try to find the diamonds in the sewer. Speaking of shit nuggets, there was a big poop compilation during today's Game of Thrones episode. It was like a minute and a half of poop and food, and just in quick, rapid succession, and turds and retching sound effects. It was good. Alright, so that's going to be like the stream tonight.